Hello and welcome to another DIY video on my channel. So here I have cut out 1 yard of the fabric and I just have it folded in half. So it's 1 yard and it's folded in half. What I'm gonna do now is measure my shoulders from the back. Okay? Measuring tape, scissors, some sort of a chalk to kind of highlight or mark where I'm going to be cutting. I have some pens here just in case I'll need them. That's all you need. $16. So I have 16 inches over here, 16 inches wide. So I'm gonna take that and divide it by 2. So that'll give me 8 inches, right? I'm gonna count 18 inches from the neck. I'm sorry, 8 inches from the neck, because 16 divided by 2 is 8. We have 8 right here. I'm gonna mark that with my chalk. And then from my chalk marking, I'm gonna go in another 8 inches. Right there. So there I have it. 8 inches from the neck down. 8 inches from the shoulder end. So this is my back length and this is my neck length. I'm gonna make more, so I'm gonna make 2 more so you guys get to see. What I'm gonna do now is fold the fabric to where the marking is. So just to help me out, I'm just gonna bring that mark all the way up here so I know where I'm folding. So I'm gonna fold the fabric, and actually let's take the fabric and fold it this way so my marking is up and I can see it. So now I folded the fabric, and where my marking is, do you guys see how pretty this fabric is? I love the glitter in there, it's so cool. So my mark is right here. I think my arm should be able to fit in there. Plus it's stretching, so I'm sure I'll be able to get my arms through that because it stretches. Look at that. So that's what I have for my arms. I think next time when I do this, I'll use a yard and a half. So I'm just gonna cut the fabric. And this here is for the arm. Okay, so once I have that 7, see that marking? 7 inches from the neck. This is the back of the fabric. So 7 inches down and then 7 inches in. Once I have that, I'm gonna take from that 7 and fold it. Basically just flip the fabric and folded it. So there you have your 7. You just want to take your scissors and go in and cut. You're cutting the sleeves, not the sleeve, the armhole. Can you see this? I'm just making a cut in. I think that's big enough. So there we have it. It's my arm. From this end and this end is measuring about 29 inches, right? So I want to do half of that. So I'm going to cut up half up. Let's just say 15 inches. I'm going to cut up. And this here will be my belt piece. Do you see how thick that is for the belt? So you have this, and just make your hole. What you're gonna do is just take a pinch and just make a little hole. And then you take this piece and pass it through the hole. It's me again. I figure I'd come down and give you guys a different angle because I'm such a visual learner. So the different angles and the different settings helps me learn better. So we're on the floor. Okay. And we're doing this. Fabric is here, folded in half. So half your fabric. You want to measure your shoulder length from the back of your shoulder. You want to measure the back of your shoulder. You see that? Yes. I measured my 16. Right? 16. It keeps coming up at 16, so maybe it's actually is 16. I'm not doing it wrong. So you have 16. 16 divided by 2 is 8. So I'll measure 8 from the neck. So this is the closed piece. This is the end, the back of the fabric, right? This is going to be a back. This is the neck. I'm going to count 8 inches down, and that's right here. I'm going to mark that with my chalk, okay? And then from that, I'm going to go in 8 inches, and that is where I'm going to measure my armhole. So 8 inches, I'm going to mark right there. See that? 8 inches. But I like to bring it up too, so when I fold the fabric, I can still see where that is. So once I have that, I'm going to take my fabric and fold it into the half, or into that. I'm going to fold it where that mark, that chalk mark is right there. So this is the 8 for the neck, and then the 8 for the armhole. So my armhole is going to be right here to cut the armhole. And because this one is not mine to wear, we can always cut some more the day of. If it doesn't fit her right, we can just go in and cut more of the armhole. But I think this should be fine. Okay, So once you have your armhole cut, the last piece of this project then is the belt. Just make sure you get your fabric folded back. And now you want to cut the belt. Excuse my extension cord, it follows me wherever I go. So let's just say this entire piece right here was 30 inches. So you want to come up to 15 inches and mark that. Halfway mark right there. And that's where your belt will stop. Okay? Stop right there. And this is your belt. Okay? You're not done yet, because once you go to try this on, you're going to snip a hole where your belt is going to go into. You're going to snip a hole about right there, and your belt is going to go into there, and you're going to pull it once you're wearing your overlay. Okay? So let's try this on. So this is the final look. Thank you always for coming back and supporting my channel and learning and growing with me. I am Martier. It is a pleasure to bring such videos to my fellow dancers, fellow YouTubers, and I hope you all have a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving. Thanks for watching. God bless.